Kickin' It in the 757 is brought to you by View It, Do It, where everyone gets a front row seat, and by Apicab, transportation you can trust.
This week on Kickin' It in the 757, we're taking flight, literally, as we do some indoor skydiving at iFly Virginia Beach. After that, we head down to Ghent to consume some flights. Tequila flights, that is, and a whole lot more with Jesse's Taco Bistro. So join me, your host, Kevin F., as we're kicking it in the 757.
Now, for those of you who know me, and for those of you that don't, I'm known kind of a junkie when it comes to adrenaline and all things speed related. Fast cars, fast bikes, motorcycles, you name it. But I'm at the oceanfront today to get a different type of fix when it comes to speed. We're going to get a fix of adrenaline from wind speed. So join me as we take flight at iFly Virginia Beach.
My name is Bob Pizzini. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of iFly Virginia Beach Indoor Skydiving. So iFly is a NASA engineer-designed state-of-the-art indoor skydiving facility. Our skydiving simulator perfectly simulates what it's like to jump out of an airplane and be in what's called free fall. I'm a retired U.S. Navy special operations person. I was an explosive ordnance disposal technician for my military career. And within that career field, we have what are called mobility skills. So diving underwater, exiting helicopters in different ways, and parachuting out of aircraft is a mobility skill. And so that's how I got introduced to the world of parachuting, military skydiving. Using these indoor simulators to train is something that we did in various parts of the country. And we'd always come back to Virginia Beach and say, why isn't there one here? One of my last assignments when I was on active duty was to train EOD forces in advanced techniques in both diving and in what's called military freefall. So I had to arrange facilities, skydiving simulator facilities around the country to make this training happen. And when we would go to these facilities and train, we would see the families having the experience. We would see the 18-year-olds on a date. We would see mom on Mother's Day and dad on Father's Day, and the 12-year-olds in the party room having a big birthday party. So we saw the full business model play out and really thought Virginia Beach would be a great place for something like this. So our instructors are amongst the best in the world. My chief flight instructor, Ray, is one of the top 3 rated tunnel flyers in the world. What I recognized in him in 2009 when we first met is not is he only a master of his skill set in flying, he is an excellent teacher. He knows how to impart on people the skill set that they want to learn. And he's really a master of that process. And it's incredible to watch him do what he does.
Bob was in one of my courses that I was running in Arizona. And he says to me, hey, if we did one of these in Virginia Beach, would you be interested in coming in and, you know, leading it for me? And man, I've heard this 5, 10 people. You know, I don't know exactly how many people, but I thought, don't blow smoke. You know, call me when you got a shovel in the ground, and he did. I couldn't believe it. You know, a couple years later, I get a call. He's like, "Hey, this is Bob Pizzini," and we had kept in touch. And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "You interested in this?" And I almost dropped the phone. I was like, "Virginia Beach? I would love to come to Virginia Beach." My main role is to make sure that we have a safe operation, that the instructors are competent in what they're doing, have the best staff I can have, you know, and the proof is in the pudding, you know. When I walk around and I talk to the customers, and yeah.
I couldn't imagine a cooler job. I get to fly every day. I get to, you know, give an experience to people that you can't really get anywhere else. And it's something everyone's always wanted to do. Everyone wants to fly. Come here, you get to do it. Everyone leaves happy.
What's really exciting about iFly Virginia Beach and indoor skydiving is anybody can do this. We have an age restriction of you must be at least 3 years old. Our oldest on record is 94. Biggie Tucker, owner of Ocean Eddies, flew at the age of 94. And when he completed his flight, he came out and said he had so much fun. He was going to get his kids and his grandkids and his great-grandkids, and he was going to bring them all back. And our most common age group is 11, 12, and 13. We've had about 4,000 11, 12, and 13-year-olds fly, and kids really are the funnest thing that happens in this building every single day.
Is there one thing that you hear frequently that people are like, oh, I thought, or I never would have thought? What's one you'd like to bring up and maybe set the record straight?
The biggest one, and it's also the easiest one to overcome when people actually enter the facility, is the fear of heights. Oh, I would never do that. I would never jump out of an airplane. I have a fear of heights. However, as you've seen now that you've been in the facility, as you're flying on your belly, you're 3 feet off of what we call the chamber floor or the net, and there's people sitting on benches just on the other side of the glass. So there is no perception of height per se as you're flying. Now, when you do go up, when you advance your skill set and you go up a little bit higher in the chamber, there is a height factor, but by then you're so comfortable because you're floating and you're flying. So the fear of heights just does not apply at iFly Virginia Beach.
I think a lot of people have that initial fear of, you know, the scary feeling in your stomach when you fall, and that's just not the case here. A common misconception is that you're going to be falling or jumping or whatever that may be, and really it's flying. The wind comes from beneath you, and so because of that, you get to skip that whole initial, you know, nervous, sick to your stomach feeling. So, but it's easy. I mean, we have all ages come in and do it. There's no experience necessary, so it's literally available to anybody who wants to do it.
My staff, they do a great job, and I'm very proud of them and very proud of the way they make everybody's experience first class. I learned a lot in the military about the importance of teamwork, and if you look at the history of the world, anything great that's been done has been done by a group of people rather than by an individual. And that's a mentality or a process that has applied throughout my military career, and it's a process that is ever present in this building. From the first point of contact, when a customer walks through the front door, is we'll call it our entry-level position, the customer service representative. Their experience starts when they encounter that customer service representative. So that person has to provide first-class, top-quality customer service right at the point of entry. The next thing for the customer to experience, then the lasting memory is created by their flight experience. So the instructor, what we look for in our staff, no matter what your job is here, is outstanding communication and customer service and people skills. So the instructor is the next experience. You're going to go into the classroom with the instructor. Things get a little bit personal as he discusses the characteristics of flight and how he's going to maneuver your body position to get you to a nice, stable flight position. So there's a relationship and a trust that's established between the instructor and the customer during the training process, which is about 15 to 20 minutes. And then you'll go in and fly and have your experience. And everybody thoroughly enjoys the experience. Everybody cheers their fellow flyers on. We do this in groups of people. And so everybody's rooting for everybody to succeed and have a great time. And again, especially when you see those children every time succeed and have a big smile on their face and really enjoy the experience. It's incredible.
Do you have a personal story or an experience someone had here that's kind of one that's special to you?
The one that stands out for me the most, and there are many wonderful personal experiences, but a little over a year ago we did a fundraising event for St. Mary's Home out of Norfolk. St. Mary's takes care of children from birth throughout their entire life who have severe handicaps. And we thought it'd be a great idea to get a handful of these kids over here and give them some flight time, which, by the way, this is something that people with handicaps can do as well. So in order to prepare for that event, we brought one of the young gentlemen over here to do his flight time. His name is Aiden. And I was sitting just outside the flight chamber with one of the caretakers, and the instructors had just got him in and he started to fly. And I thought he was crying, and I said to the caretaker sitting next to me, "Oh no, he's crying." And she goes, "No, that's Aiden's smile." And that was an incredible moment. In that event that we held the next week, we flew 8 children, I believe. It was incredible.
It was an amazing experience. I mean, seeing the the parents, how emotional they were, and seeing the kids, the joy. I mean, it's something that I think about all the time, and I hope it stays with all the kids for the rest of their lives. It's a really humbling experience to be able to give that gift to somebody. It really, really warms your heart in a lot of ways. So,
our desire is to provide first-class customer service from start to finish, and that's the trend of the reviews we see on TripAdvisor. And for action, adventure-oriented things to do in Virginia Beach, we're currently ranked number 2 of 65. For things overall to do in Virginia Beach, we're currently ranked number 9 of 110 things, and we're only in our 2nd year. And I really thank the customers who took the time to make those entries on TripAdvisor. But the best TripAdvisor review, in my opinion, is the one that says, "Thank you, iFly Virginia Beach. The experience was incredible. Our group ranged in age from 5 years old to 71 years old, and we all had a great time. What a wonderful thing for a family to do together."
It was my friend's 60th birthday party. We came down here to scratch something off the bucket list, and it was fun. You go in there, and he stays right with you, so it's not really scary, but you just dive into it, and you just fly. It's really cool. Takes you up, and we paid a little extra to go up high. It was a lot of fun.
2 weeks ago, I went to Denver, Colorado, and went to the iFly out there. I had a great experience, so I wanted to try it again. Came back to Richmond. I found out that there was one in Virginia Beach, so me and my buddy booked a flight here today. So we drove over from Richmond to here.
I was scary at the beginning, but after I feel really relaxed because it was somebody close to me to help me, and I feel safe. And after it was like, oh my gosh, this is flying. You go really far. It's fun. It's fun. Of course, you have like you have a blast. It's awesome. Yes, you have a blast. You entertain, enjoy yourself. Yeah. It's a unique experience.
I love the excitement that you see on people's faces. Mostly the children. Mostly the people that potentially that have disabilities and they don't think that they can do this. They can do this. And we provide that opportunity to everybody.
That family environment and being able to do things as a family is very important. And there's only so many things that you are able to do as a family. Being able to have somewhere to go where you can develop as a family and be able to fly together and being able to learn how to overcome your fears, your obstacles, whatever it may be. It's just a really neat environment to be in.
Well, that was an experience of a lifetime. I can actually say now that I have experienced the feeling of flight, be it indoors. Bob, you've been a great host. Your team, your facilities, everything, the experience I had was A+. And do yourself a favor, whether it's a childhood dream, maybe you have children dreaming about it, come down to the oceanfront at iFly Virginia Beach so you can experience yourself firsthand what it feels like to fly. So until next time, I'm Kevin, this is Bob, and where are we kicking it? 757. Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Kevin. Thanks.
When we return, we're going to check in with our friends View It, Do It, where everyone has a front row seat.
We aren't sponsors of NASCAR teams, but we will sponsor your next do-it-yourself project. Just go to taylorsdoit.com or text Taylors to 42828 and receive a $10 sponsorship towards your next project with us. I'm Joe Taylor, and for 86 years, Taylor's Do It Centers have been your neighborhood partner for home and garden projects right here in Tidewater. So when it's time for your next project, let's do it together. Oh, and that NASCAR thing, it would be pretty cool though.
It's time to check in with our friends View It, Do It to see some of the recent events they've showcased using their live interactive streaming video technology. return, we're headed to the Ghent area of Norfolk for a modern twist on authentic Mexican cuisine, as well as some tequila flights.
On behalf of all of our association members, we would like to thank the military men and women for your dedication and service to our country. As a gesture of our sincere appreciation to all those who serve or who have served, we'd like to offer you the ability to book one night, get one night for free. Come relax and enjoy yourself as we serve you in one of our beautiful properties. And at the end of the evening, just take the elevator home.
As an associate member of the VBHA and as a retired Navy veteran myself, I'd like to personally thank all those who have served and the VBHA for presenting this outstanding offer. And remember, whether you fly
or whether you cook,
all that matters is that you serve. And for that, we'd like to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's our way to say thank you for all you do each and every day for all of us.
Joe Taylor here, and we're asking people, who is Pratt & Lambert?
Oh, plumbers. We've used them before. Oh, I use their makeup. Don't you love it?
Pratt & Lambert, they're the people that did my taxes.
Obviously, you know who Pratt & Lambert is.
Well, of course. I know that when it comes to the paints you use or the colors you choose, you should never compromise. And neither does Pratt & Lambert.
Well, I couldn't have said it better myself. Pratt & Lambert paint, carried exclusively at Taylor's Do It Centers.
Welcome back. If you're a foodie or a foodie in training, kind of like me, you definitely want to see what's going on in the Ghent section of Hampton Roads. I think it's a real hodgepodge of different tastes and flavors. And one of my favorite places promotes the fact that they make authentic Mexican cuisine. I got to tell you, I disagree with that. I personally think it's a modern twist on authentic Mexican cuisine. But join me and decide for yourself as we check out Jesse's Taco Bistro in Ghent.
Hola, my name is Jorge Romero with Jesse's Taco Bistro. Jesse's Taco Bistro is a modern twist on authentic Mexican food. Jesse's started as a taco shop, a taqueria. So our tacos, we always made sure we were serving street style tacos with a wide variety of meats, fresh and juicy. When we opened Taco Bistro, it was a step above the taqueria. So we modified the menu to satisfy that. However, we stuck with the theme behind street style food. So we incorporated taquitos, which is a smaller than normal taco. A taco is on a 6-inch, taquito is on a 4-inch tortilla. And pellizcadas. A pellizcada is a deep fried quesadilla. It's a little empanada style quesadilla made with cheese, the stuffing of your choice. Our specialty is sauteed squash blossoms. Flor de calabaza. That's an authentic street style quesadilla that you would find in Mexico if you're cruising, walking down the street and you have a lady improvising a small fryer with some tables outside a garage door and just flipping fried quesadillas from 5 in the evening through 10 at night, serving walk-on buyers. Those are the specialties of Jesse's Taco Bistro, a taquito and a pellizcada. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have all-you-can-eat taquitos and pellizcadas. And Wednesday, we have dollar taquito. Back in 2003, my father moved to Norfolk, Virginia and opened up a small convenience grocery store. You can find all the basics for a Hispanic household. Tortillas, juices, drinks, to CDs, tapes, boots, cowboy hats. The business my father started didn't start here in Norfolk. He opened his first shop in Wilson, North Carolina back in '95. It was food, canned food, the Mexican household groceries, plus tacos on the side. So when he opened Jesse's in Ocean View, he had in mind that sooner or later he was gonna put a grill and a hood and start flipping tacos. As the word got out that we were there selling authentic food, the Best Beef Taco contest in Hampton Roads came about in 2009. It caught us by surprise. One day we open up shop and we have a line out the door. The Sunday paper comes out and it announces the big winner of the current competition, and we had gotten #1. So we had no idea. We have a big search of newcomers coming in, and we're speeding up. We're calling in everybody to come in early because we're having a huge search of people. And somebody tells us 2 hours later, hey, you guys won. Here, I brought you a copy of the...
Did you even know that you got nominated?
No, I had no idea this contest existed. I had no idea of the magnitude behind it until next day, Monday, for a lunch. We had a line out the door, literally. That put us on the map.
Lightning struck twice. It struck again in 2011, didn't it, with your guacamole? Can you talk about that?
Yes, this time around we were ready for it. I saw in the paper that Best Guacamole was being nominated, so I made sure we were on the nomination ticket. And then I knew after nomination there was going to be a period when they were going to show up. They never let you know it's them. So I was expecting them already. But the day they came, I wasn't really thinking about them. So my manager calls me up and is like, hey, I need a little help over here. So I rush over there and I see that they have a table has an order of 4 guacamoles. So right there on the spot, I said, you know what, let me do a little different thing. Let me do a regular guacamole. I'm gonna add some jalapeno to another guacamole. I'm gonna add some chipotle to the third, and I'm gonna add queso to the fourth. And I brought them 4 different guacamoles. Shortly after, the issue came out with Jesse's and its big, delicious guacamoles in the front page. Key behind it, most of all, is that we don't serve you the big quantity of guacamole they usually overcharge for. We do a smaller, affordable portion. First impression says a lot. That first impression of your dish for the day blows you away. You're gonna keep on coming back. So there's nothing much to it. Besides freshness. Everything we use in that kitchen is freshly cut that morning. So when it gets topped and brought to the table, all those colors just flourish and catch anybody's eye as the plate walks by.
Well, Jesse's is known for the food right now, but we are also trying to get Jesse's to be known for their drinks.
We don't only want to offer great food, but want to make sure you accompany it with an adequate drink.
You're probably familiar with wine flights and maybe familiar with bourbon flights as the craft cocktail scene gets bigger and more popular. But you might not be familiar, at least I know I wasn't, with tequila flights. And that's one of the specialties here at Jesse's Taco Bistro is they actually have flights of tequila. The great thing about that is if you're maybe a novice tequila drinker, or maybe you drink the same old when it comes to tequila, it's a great and kind of exciting way to try something new. But without the full commitment of a drink, you can find out what tequilas that best suit your tequila palate, as I'm about to do right now. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot. So, let's try something to chase that one. It might be a little more smoother. What do you think, guys? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tequila. Which one? Let's stay away from that one. We know from my wine tasting fails, you know, I just realized with tequila flights, I guess the idea is to taste the tequila, not do shots of tequila. So we're going to take a small little break and go talk right now about the catering and event capability here at Jesse's Taco Bistro. I might need just a minute to regroup, so I'll get right back with you. Let's go upstairs and talk to Jorge some more.
Yes, the full menu that we have available for the regular customer, we have it available to cater out or actually serve it in our upstairs VIP section. We have a separate upstairs room that seats up to 30 people. So we can host your office gathering, celebration, or holiday party within Jesse's Taco Bistro, or we can bring this exact servings to your office. Do the same setup. Do fresh appetizers, full entrees, and sides. Fresh and authentic.
I'm Russell Scarborough. I've been eating at Jesse's for 5 years. Since I read about it in the paper, best taco in Norfolk, I had to go. I've been going ever since. And Victor got me going on the real Mexican stuff, like the lengua and the parrillada and cabeza, and it's my favorite place.
We had a great time here at Jesse's Taco Bistro. I want to thank our host, Jorge. It was just an unbelievable time.
Thanks for coming out.
It's an absolutely, not only a contemporary modern twist on authentic Mexican food, but what I liked even more about it was the fact that it was such a great value for what you pay and what you get. The presentation is just overwhelmingly pleasing. Do yourself a favor, check out Jorge and his gang at Jesse's Taco Bistro in Ghent. And until next time, where are we kicking it?
757.
757, he knows. You know.
Stuff is breaking down all around me. How to get it fixed is starting to confine me. There's only one place that I can depend on. My do-it-center store will help get the job done. I love, we love, do it yourself, and I love, we love, money we're saving. Here's where I get it all at my do-it-center store. Give me a hammer, hand me a saw. I'm not slowing down till I've done it all. I love saving money and time at my do-it-center store.
Well, that's a wrap on another episode of Kickin' It in the 757. And remember, to catch past episodes or to check out more on the individual destinations we've brought to you, all you've got to do is go to kickinitinthe757.com. Until next time, I'm your host, Kevin Neff. And remember, we're kicking it in the 757, and so should you. See ya.